Your body is running programs you never installed. Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're exposing 7 backdoor access points, specific physical triggers that can literally override your nervous system in seconds. We are counting down from mildly useful to genuinely life-changing. Every single technique is backed by peer-reviewed neuroscience. Let's start the countdown.
Picture this. You're lying awake at 3 a.m., sweating right before a massive interview, feeling completely overwhelmed just staring at your laptop. Heart rate, stress levels, energy, focus. Right now, they're all happening to you, running on autopilot entirely without your permission. But here's the secret. You don't have to just sit there and let it happen. You can intervene.
Phase 1. Hacking the panic response. Rank 7 and 6.
Coming in at rank 7, we've got the mammalian dive reflex. This is literally your body's built-in panic stopper. The technique? Splash ice-cold water directly on your face, right below your eyes. This triggers a massive survival mechanism wired into every mammal on Earth, instantly activating your parasympathetic nervous system. Blood redirects to your core, the panic is killed. In fact, according to a 2018 study in the Journal of Emergency Medicine, this specific reflex can take a racing heart rate of 180 beats per minute and drop it down to under 100 in just 30 seconds.
So, to really understand this, you need to know how to control the pedals of your nervous system. Your sympathetic nervous system, that's your accelerator. Your parasympathetic system, that's your brake. And here is what most people never realize. Your inhale actually activates the accelerator, speeding things up, but your exhale, that hits the brake, forcing your body to calm down. And that brings us to rank 6, the extended exhale. When you're overwhelmed, you gotta push that brake pedal. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, and crucially, exhale completely for 8 seconds. That double-length exhale forces a physiological override, and the science absolutely backs it up. Stanford neuroscientist Andrew Huberman confirmed in 2023 that just 5 minutes of this exact breathing pattern measurably reduces your levels of cortisol. The military calls it tactical breathing. You can call it the fastest legal way to force your brain to calm down.
Phase 2. Rewiring brain and hormones. Ranks 5 and 4.
Rank 5 is non-dominant hand use, also known as the lazy brain killer. Look, your brain burns 20% of your body's energy, so to save fuel, it builds automatic neural highways. It goes on autopilot. The fix? Use your non-dominant hand for one basic task every single day, like brushing your teeth. I know, it sounds ridiculous until you look at the data. A 2021 study in Frontiers in Psychology showed that doing this for 30 days forces the brain to build entirely new neural pathways. The result? Measurable improvements in cognitive flexibility, problem-solving speed, and creative output. You are literally upgrading your brain's hardware.
Now let's look at rank 4, expansive posture. You can hack your hormones just by moving your body. If you need a burst of confidence in the next 5 minutes, stand with your feet wide, hands on your hips, chest open, and chin up for exactly 2 minutes. This is not just a mental trick. Harvard research found that holding this posture for 120 seconds produced dramatic hormonal shifts. Testosterone went up by an average of 20%. Cortisol dropped by 25%. Participants were even rated significantly more hireable by blind evaluators. Your body is communicating confidence directly to your brain.
Moving to Phase 3, the deep rest protocols. Ranks 3 and 2.
Rank 3 is the U.S. military sleep method. We've all been there. It's 2 a.m., your mind is racing, and sleep feels absolutely impossible. It's time for progressive muscle relaxation. Step 1, completely relax your face, your jaw, and your eyes. Step 2, drop your shoulders dead low and let your arms go totally limp. Step 3, exhale and relax your chest. Step 4, relax your legs all the way from your thighs down to your feet. Finally, Step 5, clear your mind for exactly 10 seconds. If thoughts intrude, just internally repeat, "Don't think." This was built from the ground up for combat pilots to fall asleep anywhere, anytime.
And the success rate on this? Absolutely staggering. After just 6 weeks of practicing this technique, 96% of participants fell asleep within exactly 2 minutes. Think about that. The average person takes 30 to 90 minutes to fall asleep. This method biologically forces it in 120 seconds. Coming in hot at rank 2 is the vagal heart touch. When emotional flooding and overwhelming anxiety strike, simply place one hand on your heart and one on your stomach. Feel both rising and falling. The science here is incredible.
Physical touch over the heart activates mechanoreceptors, stimulating your vagus nerve, which sends an immediate safety signal to your brain's threat detector. Furthermore, according to a 2020 study in psychoneuroendocrinology, this specific touch triggers oxytocin, reducing cortisol faster than cognitive reassurance alone. Turns out, your body responds to touch way before it responds to your thoughts.
And now, the ultimate master reset, rank 1.
Why do U.S. Navy SEALs, right before a breach, Olympic sprinters on the starting blocks, trauma therapists, ER surgeons, and hostage negotiators all rely on one identical physiological method? 5 intensely high-stakes, high-performance fields, all using the exact same technique. Why?
Enter our rank 1 technique, box breathing, the absolute universal override for the autonomic nervous system. The pattern is incredibly precise. You inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, exhale for 4 seconds, and then hold empty for 4 seconds. Repeat that 4 times. When you hold after the exhale, carbon dioxide builds up, stimulating the vagus nerve and flooding your body with acetylcholine. Your heart slows down, your brain gets the signal that the threat is neutralized. Completing 4 cycles of this specific pattern takes exactly 64 seconds, just over 1 minute. In that 64 seconds, your body completely stops manufacturing stress hormones. Your amygdala powers down, and most importantly, your rational prefrontal cortex, the actual decision-making center of your brain, comes fully back online.
The data on this is absolute. According to a 2017 study in the International Journal of Psychophysiology, doing this for just a single session yields massive results. Cortisol is reduced, reaction time under stress improves by 12%, cognitive accuracy boosts by 23%, and subjective anxiety drops by a massive 44%. It earns the rank 1 spot because it requires 0 equipment, 0 medication, and 0 special training. It is the master reset switch.
The physiological truth, changing how you feel.
Here is the undeniable truth underneath all of this. Your nervous system genuinely cannot tell the difference between a physical threat and a modern stressor. It responds exactly the same way to a predator in the wild as it does to a late-night email from your boss. It's the same cortisol release, the same heart rate spike. And because it cannot tell the difference, you must speak to your nervous system in its own language, not with willpower, not with motivation, but with pure physiology.
The fastest route to changing how you feel is not changing what you think. It is changing what your body is doing right now. You now have 7 biologically proven access points to override your own programming. The only question left is, which technique are you going to use today? Think about that and make sure you join us for our next explainer, where we'll dive deep into the 5 psychological tricks that work on other people's nervous systems. You definitely won't want to miss it.